students, I G.Bin Dr. Bina Diwan. Today our topic is persons entitled for partition. According to Lord Westbourne, there are two stages in partition under Mitakshara. First, division of right. Second, division of property. Under the Dayabhag law, it means division of property is accordance with the specific share of the co-partner. It means splitting up joint position, that is parting or dividing the share among co-partner according to matters and bound. Division of property in accordance with the specific share of the co-partners. Under the Dayabhag, the essence of co-partnery is unity of position, while in Mitakshara it is unity of ownership. Under Dayabhag law, every adult co-partner, whether male or female, is entitled to enforce partition. Persons not entitled to enforce partition under the Dayabhag, son, grandson and great-grandsons have no birth interest in ancestor property against their father, so there is no right for partition. Second, it considers the illegitimate son of Shudra becomes a co-partner with legitimate sons when they inherit the property after the death of the father. Father's wife, no such right. Childless stepmother, no entitled to a share after partition. It is only the co-partnery property which is subject to the partition. The separate property is not liable to partition at all, as it belongs absolutely to the owner thereof. Secondly, the property to which the law is primogeniture applies can't be divided. Example, arise, nor can family idols and place of worship can be divided. Similarly, the following properties are not liable to partition. Imparticiple estate, property indivisible by nature, family idols and relics which are object at worship, separate property of a member, the place of worship and sacrifice of the property, or the property which has been dedicated to religious and charitable purpose, the well and the right to draw water from the well, the ornaments and the dress materials given to the wives of the partners, the headship of a maid. Thank you so much.